Hello One Piece enthusiast, I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about whether or not the Straw Hats are in trouble. So, as of chapter 1069, few interesting things are coming in Egghead Island, or coming together, in fact. Last video I talked about the Straw Hats' biggest failure, and well, this time let's talk about, I don't know, the Straw Hats might fail this one, but it probably won't happen, I'm sorry. But yeah, this probably won't be happening, but trouble is coming. So apparently Kizaru is coming to Egghead Island. And with Rob Lucci, I don't think Rob Lucci would be that big of a challenge for Luffy. I mean, okay, there'd probably be a little, he'll probably be a little difficult because of, you know, Rob Lucci being Rob Lucci. But Kizaru is a very different breed. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe, it helps the channel out a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. So, with Kizaru coming to Egghead Island, I wanted to address the fact with the Seraphims, because, remember, Vegapunk is still in control over the Seraphims, over Lucci, or the CP0 agents, but still the problem lies, because Dr. Vegapunk is busy with evacuating Dr. Vegapunk is it's the top priority, and I do not see as to how they would just take control and just leave the island before Kizaru just comes in Egghead Island. So from that perspective, I feel like the Seraphims will be causing a little bit of trouble, or else this wouldn't be a challenge. The hierarchy did state that the Dr. Vegapunk has control over the Seraphims, over the chip, whatever the CP0 guys have, but if there is an order from the 5 elders, things could get a little spicy, and I feel like Egghead with no sort of tension, the same way Wano was, I don't think this is gonna be fun, and I don't see Oda making it easy for the Straw Hats either, because Kizaru is coming. So, with Kizaru coming, Kuma is probably coming from Kamabaka Kingdom to Egghead Island, but he will be an ally. He will be an ally, and that will be a case for later. Or that's a completely separate case, whether he is an ally or an enemy, but problem will arise from him coming to Egghead Island. There will be things to sort of, tensions to unwire, and then, you know, resolve whatever conflicts Kuma has with Dr. Vegapunk, and then Bonnie being there and everything. It's gonna be a cluster, whatever. So it's gonna be a mess. But talking from enemy perspective, Sentomaru is down. I don't believe that Sentomaru would be getting back up anytime soon. Luffy still has to fight Rob Lucci, and the other CP0 members are still on the loose. With the Seraphims on their control, it feels as though they can now take the offense, and I think it's about time the Straw Hats also come join the battle. I don't think this will be an all-out war. This is supposed to be a mid-difficulty fight for all of the Straw Hats because they're now an Emperor crew. But it feels as though Oda is not going to let this go easy. So let's just say, for complexity's sake, that Vegapunk doesn't take control of the Seraphims, and by the time Luffy and Lucci's fight is over, Kizaru comes to Egghead, and then that's a bigger of a trouble. The thing with Kizaru coming to Egghead Island is that I never wanted the Marines to fight the Straw Hats before their final war with the world government. And if Kizaru does in fact arrive, we do not exactly know how the Straw Hats would fare against Kizaru. Like, remember, pre-time skip when it happened, they were all weak. Zoro was beaten down badly when everyone just lost their morals and nowhere was strong enough. But this time around, if Luffy, Zoro, Sanji team up against Kizaru, it's a very easy win. But with Luffy versus Lucci on the horizon, I feel like Luffy would sort of be a little out of commission. He won't be able to take charge. So either Sanji or Zoro have to step up, and I feel like this could be a very big mess. And for just Kizaru to be heading to Egghead Island with no fleet whatsoever, it's pleasable. It's pleasable because of what Kizaru is. And remember, Akainu didn't expect the Straw Hats to be on Egghead Island, so I don't think reinforcements are coming, but Just with the Seraphims and Kizaru alone, it's going to be a tough fight. So, will this be a huge, huge mess where the Straw Hats end up losing just like Sabaody? No, I don't think so. But I feel as though there is still a possibility. Like, Oda can spin this any way he wants to. As much as we like to say that Lucci won't be beating Luffy, or Lucci won't be giving Luffy such big of a fight, Oda can spin things around any way he wants to, and if he wants to mess up the entire ordeal without having the Straw Hats to make a smooth sail to Elbaf, it's entirely likely that Egghead becomes a bit bigger, and we do get a full-on fight. Like, legit breaking all the boundaries we've set, like, Marines not fighting Luffy until Luffy heads to Luffy wages war on the world government. I feel like everything can be thrown out of the window. Lucci's being not so strong and Luffy beating him easy, and then the rest of the Straw Hats can take care of CP0. I feel like all of those can happen, but Oda just wouldn't simply bring CP0 to beat them down, do you think? Like, it makes no sense. Like, even Kaido and his crew Luffy had a very hard time dealing with conflicts with Kaido. It was a tough fight. It was definitely a tough fight. There was no tension, there was no sort of stakes where I feel as though they're gonna lose, there's no feeling to that. But the fight was still tough, especially for Luffy versus Kaido. And for Oda to bring out CP0 right now, while Luffy is an Emperor crew, and then bringing an Admiral to Egghead, and they've got things to take care of like Vegapunk, like Bonnie, I feel as though that this could get very tough, and this could be very interesting. And do I feel like it's going to be an absolute loss? No. Is it likely that Vegapunk will be assassinated? Yes. And I don't remember who it was, I think it was Mr. Mordred Tekking that stated that it's entirely possible that most of the Vegapunks end up dying in Egghead Island because of how Vegapunk foreshadowed his death. So it's not going to be an easy fight. But one of the Vegapunks has to survive. Whether it be Vegapunk's real body, or Lilith, or Shaka, one of them has to survive and basically carry out the will of the others. Carry out the will of the only, or the original Vegapunk. So I feel like everything can escalate a lot more. Kizaru could be arriving in Egghead Island within the next 1 to 2 chapters, and things will go down very bad. What do you guys think? I feel as though it's going to be a very tough fight. There has to be sacrifices made. Kuma will be there, but that is just adding to conflicts rather than having an ally, because of the state Kuma is in right now. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I feel like this is going to be a difficulty fight. Entirely possible that the Straw Hats might lose, or this time around, they can win. They might win with a lot of sacrifices, especially with Vegapunk. And now the Marines will finally be on Luffy's tail because of what Luffy is and what he's taking with him, which is Vegapunk and Bonnie. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. And, until next time, peace.